Hi everyone, welcome to the Coach's Corner. I'm your host, Scott Wagner, and we are here on the campus of West Virginia State University. On tonight's show, we will sit down with the head coach of the men's basketball team, Brian Poore, and starting forward, Fred Harris. But now joining us on the show is head coach of the women's team, Renee Bostic. Thanks for joining us, Coach.
Thanks for having me.
Now I want to start going back, redshirt freshman Chelsea Davis. She was just recently named WVSU Player of the Week 2 weeks ago. And I just want to ask you, how has she grown as a player? She's really kind of, as the season has progressed, she's getting better and better.
Yeah, Chelsea's a tremendous athlete and has been a tremendous asset to our team. As you said, she's a redshirt freshman, so she had all of last year to practice with us and kind of get all of her stuff under her belt, and she's just gotten better and better every game.
Now, the first game coming back from the break was on the road against Shepherd. You come back January 3rd. How difficult is that to come in after break? You haven't had a lot of practice. Everybody goes home to be with their family and stuff like that. So how was that first game back from break? What are some of the struggles with that?
Well, I mean, the one thing is the first game back from break for both teams. So that was the blessing, even though we came up short in that game. But we got back a couple of days before, had a chance to get some practices in. We came up short in that game, but I think that, every game that we participate in just helps us get better for the next.
Now you're down to two primary ball handlers, two main guards. You have Avery Hale and Sierra Jones that do most of the ball handling for your team. You kind of lack a depth there at that position. What are some of the things as a coach you do to help them out, going against traps and full court presses and things like that?
Well, the biggest thing and the biggest asset for our team is everybody comes to college because they want to play. And our team is a team that you have a whole lot of opportunity to play. We work in practice on handling the ball. Both Sierra and Avery played on very competitive high school teams. Avery won a state championship at Regina High School, one of the better girls basketball programs in the state of Ohio. And Sierra came up short at the Civic Center her senior year to almost get a state championship. So they came from very competitive high schools, and they just have a tremendous opportunity now to play, and it's on them now to make the best of it.
Now you had the very next game is another road game against Davis and Elkins. You won by 7, and it's a big road win against a conference opponent. Every starter had scored in double digits in that game. When you have every contributions from everybody on the floor like that, that's got to be something as a coach you love to see.
I mean, the dynamics of our team are very different than they have been in my tenure here, whereas we don't necessarily have a dominant player per se, but I think we have a dominant team. When we have a tremendous team effort from everybody, whether maybe it not be points, maybe it be steals, maybe it be rebounds, maybe it be defensive stops. But for us to be successful, we need everybody to contribute.
Now, D&E was also 1-5 going into that game. 2 1-5 teams in conference play. That's got to be. Is that a must-win in the conference?
Every game that we play is a must-win. We've come up short on some of them, but we go into every game with the best intentions and try to give the best effort. And that game we were successful, but every game we've gone into, we go into it with a must-win attitude.
Now, right after the D&E game, you come home and you play against Pitt Johnstown. Pitt Johnstown is a very, very solid basketball team, and you won by 14 points here at home. Good to be back at home, first of all, after the break, your first home game after that.
Yeah, it was great to be back at home. I think we play well when we have our hometown crowd and we have our supporters. Again, we were successful because it was a total team effort. I think we played well as a team. We executed. We moved the ball. We got some pivotal stops, and not only did we get stops, but we turned those stops into points.
You get a couple big wins in a row like that. As the confidence grows of this team, how important is a confident basketball team? Confidence is a huge factor in these games.
Well, if you look at most of our production are coming from our younger kids, whether they be freshmen and sophomores. So, every win is something that's giving them a little bit more confidence that what they're doing in the direction that we're moving in, is the right direction for them to be moving in.
Now, Avery Hale, we've seen her kind of take it to a next level as far as her aggressiveness out there on the floor, trying to be a scorer. And how does that help your team when you got Avery Hale going in there? She gets to the basket a lot, gets a lot of baskets inside, and she's also able to knock down the outside shot.
Yeah, well, Avery's a senior, and when you're a senior in college and you play for 4 years, it's now or never. And the one thing that I've said is it's a team full of opportunities. So she has a tremendous opportunity, and it's on her now to take advantage of it and make it the best it possibly can be.
Now, we've yet to talk about Melissa Ford. She is the leading scorer for this team, senior, one of the team leaders. She had 18 points the other night against Pitt Johnstown. Chelsea Davis had 29. When you're getting that kind of production out of those two players, you're a really tough team to beat.
Yeah, I mean, Melissa, she's a scoring machine, and she's actually improved on her outside shot this year. So not only can she take it to the basket, she also can hit that perimeter shot. And Chelsea has also improved on her shot, and obviously as a post, she scores a lot of her points around the basket. But when we get production from the two of them and some other key players on our team, Asia Greenleaf hasn't scored double figures every time, but she's taken a lot more shots than she has been taking. Janelle Williams, Sierra Jones has also given us some more points, and then you have Sharina Atkins, one of our other seniors, who's also contributing.
Now, we were introduced in the Pitt Johnstown game to Jordan Brock. Just talk a little bit about her path here to West Virginia State.
Jordan was a kid that we had recruited coming out of college, and she had decided that she possibly wasn't going to play basketball and decided to go to WVU. And then she gave us a call in November and said, I think I really want to play basketball. I miss it. She's from Winfield. She's from hometown kid. So she came, transferred in, and she's been a tremendous help to us. She's been a boost because she comes in every day and she works hard and she just does what she needs to get done to help us get better as a team.
Great. Thank you very much, Coach. Look forward to a great rest of the season with Coach Bostic and the Lady Yellow Jackets. Time now to take a break. We will be right back with men head basketball coach Brian Poore.